Good evening. This is Akashwani and I am Nishit Kumar with the news at 9. The headlines. Senior BJP leader Om Birla elected as Speaker of Lok Sabha for the second term. The Delhi court sends Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal to CBI custody for 3 days in a money laundering case. 3 terrorists killed in an encounter with security forces in Jammu and Kashmir. Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar meets Myanmar's Deputy Prime Minister Shwe, raises concerns over impact of violence on border security. Outgoing Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte to be the next Secretary General of NATO. And in sports, Hockey India announces 16-member squad for Paris 2024 Olympics. And now the news in detail. Senior BJP MP Om Birla was today elected as the Speaker of the 18th Lok Sabha for the second consecutive term. He was elected with voice vote as the opposition did not press for voting in the House for its candidate Congress MP K. Suresh. After his election, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Leader of Opposition Rahul Gandhi and Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju escorted Mr. Birla to the chair of the Speaker. Earlier, when the House met this morning, Prime Minister Modi and 12 other NDA leaders moved the motions to elect Mr. Birla as the Speaker. In his address, he asserted that enriching parliamentary values and democratic traditions will be his priorities.
केंद्रीय परिषद के माननीय सभी सदस्यगण, सभी दलों के नेतागण, मुझे पुनः इस महान सदन के पीठासीन अधिकारी के रूप में दायित्व निर्वहन करने का अवसर प्रदान किया, इसके लिए मैं आपका हार्दिक आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। मैं माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी और सभी दलों के नेताओं और माननीय संसद सदस्यों का जिन्होंने मेरे प्रति विश्वास व्यक्त किया, उसके लिए भी मैं आपका आभारी हूं।
Congratulating Mr. Birla on his election, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said history is being made today with the re-election of Mr. Birla for the second time.
अमृत काल के इस महत्वपूर्ण कालखंड में दूसरी बार इस पद पर विराजमान होना बहुत बड़ा दायित्व आपको मिला है और आपका 5 वर्ष का अनुभव और आपके साथ हम लोगों का 5 साल का अनुभव, हम सबका विश्वास है कि आप आने वाले 5 साल हम सबका मार्गदर्शन भी करेंगे और देश की आशा अपेक्षाएं पूर्ण करने के लिए ये सदन अपना दायित्व निभाने में आपकी बहुत बड़ी भूमिका रहेगी।
Leader of Opposition Rahul Gandhi also congratulated Mr. Birla, saying that this House represents the people's voice.
Speaker Sir, the opposition would like to assist you in doing your work. We would like the House to function often and well. Speaker Sir, it is very important that cooperation happens on the basis of trust. It is very important that the voice of the opposition is allowed to be represented in this House. I am confident that you will allow us to represent our voice, allow us to speak, to represent the voice of the people of India. Speaker Sir, the question is not how efficiently the House is run. The question is how much of India's voice is being allowed to be heard in this House.
Later, the Speaker recalled the imposition of emergency on the 25th of June 1975, saying the House strongly condemns it. He appreciated the determination of all those people who opposed the emergency, fought against atrocities and fulfilled the responsibility of protecting democracy. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that he is glad that Lok Sabha Speaker strongly condemned the emergency and highlighted the excesses committed during that time and also mentioned the manner in which democracy was strangled. A Delhi court today sent Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal to 3-day CBI custody hours after he was arrested by the agency in connection with a money laundering case. Earlier today, CBI, before producing Kejriwal in the Rouse Avenue court, arrested him formally. In a related development, Mr. Kejriwal withdrew his plea filed before the Supreme Court, challenging the interim stay ordered by the Delhi High Court on his release on bail in the money laundering probe related to now scrapped Delhi excise policy. In Jammu and Kashmir, 3 terrorists were killed in an encounter with security forces in a forest area in Doda district today. Akashwani Jammu correspondent reports that the gunfight started in Bajat village in Gandoh area of the mountainous district Doda this morning. Bodies of all 3 slain militants have been recovered along with some arms and ammunition, including 2 US-made M4 rifles and 1 Kalashnikov. A team of CBI today reached Oasis School in Hazaribagh, Jharkhand to investigate the NEET paper leak case. The CBI sleuths interrogated the principal of the school about various aspects related to paper leak. After interrogating, CBI took the principal with them for further questioning. The principal was the city coordinator of schools of Hazaribagh for NEET examination. The CBI team also quizzed officials of SBI Hazaribagh, where question papers were stored. Ministry of Labour and Employment has sought a detailed report from the Labour Department of the Tamil Nadu government after media reports claim that married women were not being allowed to work at Foxconn India Apple iPhone plant. The Office of Regional's Chief Labour Commissioner has also been directed to furnish the factual report on the matter to the ministry. Home Minister Amit Shah today asserted that the government is firm in its commitment to make India a drug-free nation and is pacing towards achieving this goal with a whole-of-government approach. In a social media post, Mr. Shah stated that the government has adopted better coordination with bottom-to-top and top-to-bottom approach in the fight against drugs. He said the government is determined to completely eradicate drug addiction under the policy of zero tolerance against drugs. Ministry of Corporate Affairs has refuted recent reports claiming that Byju's has been cleared of financial fraud in an ongoing investigation by it. The ministry categorically clarified that such reports are factually incorrect and misleading. This is Akashwani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts.
New criminal laws, namely Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita 2023, Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Samhita 2023 and Bharatiya Sakshya Adhiniyam 2023 will come into force from the 1st of July 2024. To know about the new criminal laws, you can download NCRB Sankalan of Criminal Laws mobile app from Play Store or App Store. This app serves as a comprehensive guide providing complete information about the new criminal laws at one place.
Welcome back to the news at 9. External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar today discussed India's deep concern at the impact of continuing violence and instability in Myanmar on the Indian border with its counterpart. Dr. Jaishankar met with Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Myanmar, U Tan Shwe, as it transited New Delhi today. The External Affairs Minister said India is open to engaging all stakeholders in addressing this situation. In a social media post, Dr. Jaishankar said he particularly flagged illegal narcotics, arms smuggling and trafficking in persons as priority challenges. He also sought cooperation for early return of Indian nationals trapped in Mayawadi. Heavy to very heavy rainfall is very likely along the West Peninsular coast during the next 3 to 4 days and over Northeast India during 27th to 30th of June. Rainfall activity is likely to increase over Northwest India with heavy to very heavy rainfall likely during 28th to 30th of June. The IMD said conditions are likely to become favorable for further advance of southwest monsoon into remaining parts of North Arabian Sea, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and some more parts of Rajasthan during next 3 to 4 days. In Bihar, the southwest monsoon is advancing in western and southern part of the state at a slow pace. The Met Center at Patna has predicted that in the next 48 hours, monsoon will further spread in the areas which are reeling under sweltering heat conditions. We have more from our correspondent.
Bihar is witnessing unequal distribution of rain pattern despite the onset of southwest monsoon in the state. Kishanganj, Araria and adjoining areas witnessed heavy to very heavy rainfall in the past 24 hours. The south central and southwestern part are still reeling under sweltering heat conditions. The Met Department has sounded orange and yellow alert for next 24 hours for heavy to very heavy rainfall along with thunderstorm and lightning in West Champaran, East Champaran, Shivhar, Vaishali, Madhubani, Supol and Araria districts. Dharmendra Kumar Rai, Akashwani News, Patna.
In Kerala, the IMD has issued an orange alert in 7 districts of the state indicating isolated heavy to very heavy rainfall. We have a report.
Thiruvananthapuram, Pathanamthitta, Ernakulam, Idukki, Kozhikode, Kannur, Kasaragod and Wayanad districts are under orange alert, while all other districts are under yellow alert. As rain continues, severe waterlogging and widespread damage is being reported from many districts. Hilly regions and coastal areas are on high alert. Landslides are reported in Kottayam and Idukki districts. Ban on night travel, tourism and couriering is imposed in hilly regions. Shutters of Malangara, Kallarkutti, Peringalkuttu, Aruvikkara dams have been opened due to heavy rains in the catchment area. Holiday has been declared for all educational institutions in the Pathanamthitta district. Fishermen are warned not to venture into the sea in the Kerala and Lakshadweep coast. Mayusha for Akashvani News from Thiruvananthapuram.
In Tamil Nadu, the regional Met Department has predicted heavy to very heavy rain at isolated places over Nilgiris district and Ghat areas of Coimbatore district for the next 7 days. Heavy rain is also likely to occur at isolated places over Kanyakumari district and Ghat areas of Tirupur, Dindigul, Theni, Tenkasi and Tirunelveli districts. In Goa, the IMD has issued a yellow alert of heavy rainfall to very heavy rainfall with strong surface winds till June 29th at isolated places over the state. IMD has also issued warning of squally weather till June 28th, and fishermen are advised not to venture along and off the South Maharashtra Goa coast during this period. The North Atlantic Council decided to appoint outgoing Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte as the next Secretary General of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO. The organization in a statement said Mr. Rutte will assume his duties as Secretary General on the 1st of October. NATO Secretary General is responsible for coordinating the alliance and is one of the organization's most important issues, along with the chair of the Military Committee and the Supreme Allied Commander Europe. At least 22 people were killed in demonstrations that turned violent in Kenya yesterday as protesters speaking out against the new law proposal clashed with the police. The Kenyan National Commission on Human Rights today said that over 300 people have also been injured in the violence. Protesters took to streets to oppose a finance bill that aims to raise taxes on a wide range of items, which they argue will exacerbate the economic hardships faced by citizens. In a growing concern, NASA astronauts Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore are stuck at the International Space Station ISS as engineers continue to fix the Boeing Starliner spacecraft that will take them back to Earth. Originally slated to spend 8 days on the orbiting space laboratory, the astronauts reached the ISS on the 6th of June. 20 days later, NASA and Boeing leadership are still adjusting the return to Earth of the Starliner crew flight test spacecraft, which suffered a small helium system leak on its way. Now, according to a Boeing spokesperson, 4 of the 5 thrusters that were previously shutting down are operating normally. Sri Lanka has reached a final restructuring agreement for its external debt owed to its bilateral creditors. The island's nation's State Minister of Finance, Shehan Semasinghe, said on a social media post that the final agreement has been reached on debt restructuring between Sri Lanka and the official creditor committee on the sidelines of the Paris Forum 2024 in France. The crisis-stricken island nation has defaulted on its external debt commitments in April 2022 during its worst ever economic crisis. Paraguay has become the 100th country to join as full member of the International Solar Alliance. External Affairs Ministry said that Paraguay handed over the instrument of ratification during the meeting of Ambassador Fleming Raul Duarte of Paraguay with the head of depository, Joint Secretary in the Ministry Abhishek Singh in New Delhi today. Hockey India today announced the 16-member Indian men's hockey team for Paris 2024 Olympics, scheduled from the 26th of next month to the 11th of August. The team, with 5 Olympic debutants, will be led by ace drag flicker and defender Harmanpreet Singh. Powerful midfielder Hardik Singh will be the vice captain. The squad also features veteran goalkeeper PR Srijesh. The defense line includes Harmanpreet Singh, Jarmanpreet Singh, Amis, Rohidas, Sumit and Sanjay. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Senior BJP leader Om Birla elected as the Speaker of Lok Sabha for the 2nd term. A Delhi court sends Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal to CBI custody for 3 days in a money laundering case. 3 terrorists killed in an encounter with security forces in Jammu and Kashmir. Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar meets Myanmar's Deputy Prime Minister U Thant Shwe, raises concerns over impact of violence on border security. Outgoing Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte to be the next Secretary General of NATO. And in sports, Hockey India announces 16-member squad for the Paris 2024 Olympics. And that's all in the news at 9. Good night.